Hello, and welcome to Hazard Suit Gaming's review of Bulletstorm. Set a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, Bulletstorm tells the story of ex-space marine turned space pirate Grayson Hunt and his crew of easily expendable squadmates. After coming across his nemesis in deep space, Hunt starts a fight which ends with both spaceships crashing onto a nearby planet. When said planet is discovered to contain thousands of rampaging mutated nutters, the rest of the game is spent trying to find a way off-world ASAP. Bulletstorm is a refreshing addition to the shooter market recently, as it really doesn't take itself seriously, and has no urge to be in the same club as games like Call of Duty Modern Cold Warfare. This is due in part to developer People Can Fly, whose biggest success has been the equally silly Painkiller series. This shows through most in the choice of weapons, with only one or two guns which could be classed as normal. The rest are a mix of things like bouncing cannonball launchers, and a sniper rifle with controllable bullets. Aside from your daft arsenal, Bulletstorm differs from other games because of the leash. Picked up off a dead enemy after the first level, the leash lets you do so much more with your environment and your enemies. Someone shooting at you from behind cover? No problem. Just fire off the leash in their direction and bring them over to you to deal with personally. Bulletstorm isn't afraid to make you laugh either, combining a childish sense of humour with all the sinister murder going on. In one sequence near the middle of the game, you control a giant robot dinosaur which shoots lasers from its eyes, although sadly, it doesn't end well.
Oh boy! I don't like the sound of that!
He served us well. I named him Waggleton P. Tallylicker, but I never got the chance to tell him. He will be remembered.
Both the weapons and the leash combine to create Bulletstorm's Kill with Skill centerpiece. Marketed as the most unique aspect of the game, Kill with Skill encourages you to be as creative as possible when gunning your way through hordes of unwitting enemies. The more elaborate the kill, the more points, and in Bulletstorm, points mean prizes. Simply shooting a man is no longer enough, with only a 10-point reward. However, if you leash an enemy, attach a bomb to him, kick him back into a crowd of his mates, and then detonate said bomb, you'll land yourself a score in the hundreds. The points you gain from exploits like this allow you to buy new weapons or upgrade your favourite ones at the drop kits strewn throughout the game world. While the system works well, it can soon get quite repetitive, with some of the more interesting skill kills only being available in very unique circumstances. Once you learn a few decent tricks which get you a modest amount of points, you'll soon get into the pattern of leash, kick, shoot, repeat. The Echoes mode lets you replay levels from the single player campaign on a timer, the aim being to get as high a score as possible, which can then be compared to other players online. Echoes actually works pretty well because the game forces the player to look at more inventive methods of homicide if they want to get that high score. Multiplayer, on the other hand, is not so great. While you get the usual amount of unlockable content, like different colour camouflage for your gear and different bits of armour, there's only one game mode which is more like a co-op mode than proper multiplayer. You and 3 other players get put into a map at random and face down waves of computer-controlled enemies, with a higher score required each round to pass that level. That's it. No player versus player mode, and no option to select the server yourself, just random assignment by the game lobby. This is a real shame because Bulletstorm has the potential to be a much better game if only it had decent multiplayer, rather than something which seems to have been tacked on as an afterthought. Overall, Bulletstorm is definitely worth a try, even if it's just for the single player experience. It provides a nice change of pace from a lot of the serious military first-person shooters which have been coming out recently.